My name is Ryan Brown. I'm the technical manager for AkzoNobel, and I cover the Western region. So we recently got a chance to do a project showing application of our base coat, clear coat systems along with spot repair on a hood here. We did it in collaboration with Anest, Iwata, and it was a really good chance to show how their products perform using AkzoNobel products. So for the project, we took a new OEM hood, and what we did was got it prepared. We sanded it for this occasion because there are some defects we want to get rid of it, but normally you don't have to sand OEM electric coat. After that, we prepared it, got it ready, sprayed it with the W400 WVX spray gun with a 1.4 nozzle and our Color Build Plus sealer system. Worked very well. The application was really nice, it goes down smooth, and it does save a bit of material using that spray gun with that product. For base coat application, we picked a blue metallic color, and we got to test out a couple different setups and different spray guns, and what we settled on was the LS400 Series 2 spray gun, and we wound up settling on a 1.4 nozzle for our Autowave base coat. Our first coat was around 26 psi. It was a nice wet flowing coat. We found that it performed the best, had good application speed. Once that flashed off, we left the gun pressure the same nozzle, same everything set up. The fluid was all the way out on the spray gun. We went and did a nice medium wet coat to finish our coverage and get nice orientation. After that, we dropped the pressure down to about 18 psi and performed a drop coat orientation coat while we increased the distance just to set the metallic and get a final nice matte satin finish on the panel. It provided a really nice orientation / drop coat for that application, as well as good coverage and a really nice smooth laydown of the base coat. A 1.3 was used for some testing as well. We found that it did perform well. It happened so that we're in a little bit drier, less humid climate out here, so we kind of settled on the 1.4 as it performed better for our needs. After we got finished with the base coat application on the hood, we decided to clear coat with Sikkens Autowave Express. For that, we used the WS400 with a 1.4 nozzle. It's a little bit of a thinner clear coat. It's a spot and panel clear that's ready to buff in under 60 minutes at ambient conditions. So with the 1.4 nozzle, we settled on around 24 to 25 psi. It was plenty of pressure for the application. First coat was a nice, thin, just closed coat. Even if it's a little bit open, it's okay. We're just trying to get the first coat on there. After that, we followed it immediately with a nice wet flowing coat. That gave us proper film build and a nice smooth appearance. So for the spot repair, we had some damage we had to fix on the front of the hood, and we got it primed in a dark gray type primer. For the repair, we also used the LS400 spray gun with a 1.4 nozzle and kind of did the same application process as we did in the whole thing. We did turn the air pressure down a couple psi for the spot repair because we wanted to keep it nice and small. We had really good application through it. The first coat was nice and smooth. We were able to gain our coverage. It had a nice soft edge already, so it didn't take much effort to blend out. Second coat was done just to kind of blend it out, set our metallic, finish our coverage. At that point, we could assess the repair, look at it. It was nice and smooth, had a nice transition. So at that point, we just lowered our pressure down, the same thing we did on the full application, to do our blend in drop coat. We kind of finished our blend, set our metallic, set the flake on there, and it blended in really nicely, very effortless. It went really smooth too. So after that, it was nice and visible repair, and we were ready for clear coat. So after we got done with our spot repair, we decided to clear coat it with AutoClear HS Plus. It is our most popular clear coat that we sell in the US. And so we wanted to make sure we get a nice finish with it. So we looked at two different nozzle sizes for that, both the 1.3 and the 1.4. Both performed very well, but we decided to settle on the 1.4 fluid nozzle because it fit our application speed and the kind of appearance that we wanted with the hood. We wanted to look really nice. So with that application, we settled on 26 psi. We put our first coat on, nice and smooth the way we wanted it to look, followed up by a flash. We checked to see when it was hand slick. After that, we proceeded with our second coat. Same PSI, we were at 26 PSI for that. Nice, wet, smooth second coat. After that, we turned it on bake, and it was completely finished. After we finished our testing, we found we were really happy with the Anest Iwata Series 2 spray guns. What we found for both solid-borne and waterborne base coats was the LS400 was our choice in spray equipment. We tend to settle on the 1.4 nozzle, around 26 PSI for your covering coats, and you can drop that down anywhere from 16 to 20 for your drop coats, depending on whether you're using solvent or water. Pretty much the same application with both. They perform very well. A 1.3 is also an option, but we tend to settle on the 1.4 for application speed. Had a nice even fan pattern, and it sprayed our base coat very well. For clear coat, what we settled on was the WS400. What we did find in that one is both testing with a 1.3 and a 1.4, both work very well. If you're a more slow, deliberate painter and you like to take your time, a 1.3 would be a good choice. For a lot of painters that are a little bit more production oriented, or they want to, they like a fast application speed, we tend to recommend the 1.4 nozzle. With clear coat, we're anywhere from that 24 to 28 PSI, depending on your conditions, the reducer selection in the clear coat, and also how you like to spray it or what kind of OEM texture you're looking for. They're all very acceptable. We tend to recommend the 1.4 is a good starting point because you can always dial it down just a little bit, but if the 1.3 is a little bit small, it's hard to get more material out of it. And that's kind of what we found. Really happy with the spray equipment, did a nice job, got some really nice looking repairs out of them, and it was a good experience for us.